We play and call it work.
Hey folks, Janene from MiniWarGaming here with another how-to video for you. I apologize for my voice if it seems a little bit off. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, but that shouldn't affect my painting in any way. In this video, we are going to continue painting this Shadowsun mini with our alternative paint scheme. And we're going to add a little bit of a blue glow to the vents on the back of the backpack. We've done a little bit of a blue glow on the fusion blasters already, and we're going to be using similar colors. However, we're going to do it slightly differently, and we're going to add a little bit of object source lighting and a little bit of a glow on some of the areas of the backpack to seem like the light is emanating out of those vents. As always, if you have suggestions for something you'd like to see in a future how-to video, please leave them down below in the comments. First, we're going to put down a little bit of dark blue. We're going to use the color Kaldor Blue. And we're just going to very gently dry brush this kind of all over the general area where the vents are on the backpack. We don't want this to go on very heavily. This is going to be just a very subtle blue glow. And we want to make sure that we have a little bit of this dark color in a much larger area than where we're going to concentrate our glow, just so it seems like the light is gently fading out. And it's really important that we make sure we have very little paint on our brush. We're removing almost all of it and just building this up by very gently going over it over and over and over again to slowly build up that layer of paint. And I'm kind of applying this in the areas where I feel like the vents would be glowing. So on this one arm, I'm making sure that I get it a little bit on the gun, and then on the other side, it's not going to be showing up on any of these elements quite as much. Our next color is going to be Kaldor Sky. And this time we're going to use a slightly smaller dry brush, but we're going to be doing kind of the same thing. We're going to concentrate this color a little bit more and really kind of try and put it in the areas that are right underneath these vents on the backpack instead of spreading it so far out. But again, we've got just a little tiny bit of paint on our brush, and we're really just applying this slowly and building up the color really slowly and making sure that it doesn't go on thick or streaky. It's just kind of a soft glow of a dry brush. My next color is going to be Drakenhof Nightshade. And I'm applying this over all the areas where I just did the glow. It's going to be very light, and I'm mostly just trying to tint all of the shadows around this area and kind of tint this black to be slightly blue, and to just make sure that the outer elements of this dry brush blend into the armor a little bit more. I don't want to put it on too thick. I want to make sure that I apply a little bit and then move it around with my brush so that it doesn't pool anywhere or gloop. It's just a little thin layer to kind of tint all the shadows and blend everything together. Now that I've put the base layer on those outer edges of the glow, I'm going to start to blend it in and intensify it in a few areas. So I'm going to take a little bit of Lamian Medium. I'm going to mix it into my paints. I'm mostly using the Kaldor Sky for this step, and I'm just going to apply it more thickly in the areas right inside the vent, and then also the areas that are right underneath the vents that would be glowing. I'm also using a little bit of Kaldor Blue in areas where I need to blend the transition a little bit. If there's too stark of a line with that lighter blue, I'm going to go back with that darker color, blend that transition, and make sure that everything is smooth. Our next color is going to be Hoeth Blue. We're going to mix this into our Kaldor Sky 50/50, and I'm applying this in the middle of all the areas that I just painted with the Kaldor Sky, really starting to concentrate the brightness right on the areas where I want the light to seem like it's the most concentrated. So this is going to be right in the middle of the vents, and then right in the middle of the area that I want to have glow. After I'm done with that 50/50 mixture, I want to use some pure Hoeth Blue. And this is going in the same areas. However, I'm continuing to paint even less of the model this time. I'm really concentrating that glow so it seems like it's coming from one source, one real bright point of light. Next, I'm taking a little bit of Ceramite White. I'm going to mix it into my Hoeth Blue 50/50. This is going to be my brightest color on all of these areas that are outside the actual vent. So I'm just using a real tiny bit of this color just right in the very middle of where the glow is emanating from. Inside the vents, I'm going to go even brighter, and I want to go all the way up to pure Ceramite White. I want to go all the way up to pure white so that I can make sure that the source of the light is still brighter than all the areas that it's shining onto. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more how-to videos, I have another one where I paint all of the rosy copper accent pieces on this Tau model in the MiniWarGaming Vault, and the link down below in the description. If you don't already have a Vault membership, you can go ahead and click the link, sign up for a 7-day free trial, and get access to my video, as well as hundreds of other videos in the MiniWarGaming Vault. So go ahead, click the link, start your free trial, and happy wargaming!